So I hate horror films. I just can't relate to them. I can't get into them. I do not enjoy watching them. So that's my perspective, and so I did some research on why people like them. They just make me uncomfortable, and it just never leaves my head. I don't see how fear can be an enjoyable experience, and I avoid horror when I can. So I looked up some videos, and I found 3 that really kind of explained it to me. And one was, Why Do Some People Love Horror Movies by SciShow Psych. And they explained that, some people find fun in fear, that they have like a need for affect. People who seek out stronger emotions tend to feel more when watching horror films rather than people who try to avoid it. And also different reasons, like if you can safely feel things that you might not be able to feel every day, like excitement, fear, adrenaline, things like that. But they also explained how some people, like me, who are very empathetic and feel most, like if they see something, they'll feel it all. They tend to not enjoy it because they feel the intense terror of the characters in the film, and that's exactly what happens. Like I feel too much, and I can't get into it. I don't like it. They also went into different kind of perspectives, like gender roles, how men tend to like horror films because it's like said that men are supposed to be tough and face fear and things like that. And then women are supposed to be dainty and not enjoying horror things, but I don't know, it's different. Another video that I watched was Why Do We Love Horror Films by the ATZ show, or the ATZ show, and that was a different perspective. It was less analyzing and more opinions. Like people explained why they enjoyed horror films. And one of the woman speaking in the video said that she doesn't like possession videos. Like she can't watch possession movies because she feels like she can't control that, so that really scares her and she doesn't enjoy it. But she loves watching gore and like intense murder because she knows that it's fake. She's a director, and she likes to think about how they made it happen with special effects and things like that. And I never thought about it that way. That's actually really interesting. I was in theater and I learned a lot about special effects, and so maybe the next time I see a horror film, I'll think about it in that aspect and it won't scare me as much. That's what I'm thinking. And then I watched the last video, What Makes a Movie Scary, by Now You See It, and it showed 2 different clips from the actual film of a horror film and then the short film that it was based off of, and they went through the details and why which one was scarier and why they think which one was scarier, and like picking out the details of fear in an actual like clip, going into detail and kind of studying fear in general was actually really interesting, and it actually did kind of change my perspective on things. Because although I don't enjoy horror films, I now understand why people do. And maybe if I'm actually willing to watch a horror film now and try to analyze each aspect instead of feeling each emotion and see if it changes my opinion towards the movie. Because I usually watch it like empathetically feeling everything that the character goes through. I like live the movie pretty much. But instead of that, I'd like to analyze the special effects and try to pick out the aspects of fear, and maybe it won't scare me as much. Yeah. So that's my experience and perspective with horror films.